There we go. Good morning, everybody. Excuse the wild hair. I got it cut this way, so it doesn't really matter because if I brush it, it's still going to stand on end, which is fine with me. I'm all about just ease of living right now. There's enough crazy. So when we went to Goodwill, was it yesterday? I bought all this Peyton Grace. And then Vicky said, could you make that top that I had just mentioned? It's Lion Brand Easy Sleeveless Top. And yes, this is the one my printer was messed up, but I can still see it. So I have started this in some of the Peyton Grace because it does take 3-weight yarn. And I figured out the yardage, and I was going to make it all in the lime green. I say lime green, but that's not the color they call it. They call it lemon lime, whatever. I'm not real hep on names of things. Hey, Pam. Made by Pam. So I had 3 6-count packages of this lemon lime. And when I figured out the yardage, I was still going to need 2.5 more skeins. So instead of that, because I could have gone back to Goodwill because there was a couple bags that were like mixed with like a couple green and some of the other colors. But I said, no, I don't need to spend another dime. I need to just use what I purchased and try to use the stuff as I'm bringing it in from like the thrift stores. So I figured I had 18 skeins of this, and then I had 1 6-count package of the Blue Bayou. And so I'm using these in a ratio of 3-to-1. And what I decided to do, because this is a simple pattern, you guys, it's super easy. It's nothing but single crochet. It would be great for anybody learning crochet. It's on the Lion Brand website. It's called, again, Easy Sleeveless Top. If you type in Easy Sleeveless Top and Lion Brand, this will come up. If I can remember, I'll put the link in. So anyway, I'm using these 3-to-1. So I do 3 rows in this color, and then I do a row of this, and then 3 and 1, 3 and 1. And I don't know why I've got this written on here like that. Let's see. I'm going to do some math real quick because I might not have had to do this if I'm looking at this correctly. Maybe I messed my math up. Let me see. So it's calling for you to use that Kobu yarn, and I looked it up, and the Kobu is 232 yards per ball. Oh, let's clear that out. 232 yards per ball. And for my size, I would need 5 equals 1,160. And each of these little skeins divided by 136 equals. Well, it says I'd only need 8.5 skein, and I more than had that. I could have done this in lane. I don't know why I thought I was going to have to do it. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I've started it this way. I like how it's coming out, and I'm just going to keep going. So this is what I have. And I do 3 rows of the line, then a blue, then 3, and so on. And I have put a little marker on the right side. So this is the right side of it. That's the wrong side of it. And I think it'll be a cute little striped top. And I think I'm going to like it a lot because I really like the weight of this Grace yarn. And it is a mercerized cotton. And the instructions for this Kobu, I believe, is a cotton yarn as well. So that's what I'm working on. If I end up with some of this left over, if there's enough, I might make a matching hat to wear with this. And I've decided I'm going to do 2 of the repeats each day. So I need to do, I've already done 3 rows of green and a blue. So I'm going to do another 3 rows of the green and then the blue, and do that each morning so that I'm not sitting here just working on this constantly. I have more Project Dress a Girl dresses to get cut out. I want to get everything cut out so that I can just sew all the labels on at once. And I'm hoping to do that at the beginning of next week, because I have enough labels to cut out 13 more dresses. And I only have enough fabric there for 10 dresses, unless I use the stuff I pulled back out to use for myself, because I had bought it to make something for myself. We'll see. But I'm going to do my 3 repeats again. Not 3 repeats, but 3 rows of green and a blue, so that I'll end up having 8 rows added for today. And I figured that would be a good way to do it without tiring my hands. If I do 8 rows each morning and then I can move on. I am using my own bag that I made. And I've made some of these for friends. And they've all been mailed out now. Some are just going to be surprises because nobody fessed up if they wanted one or not. So some people are getting them as a surprise. So that's what I'm planning to do. I'm going to keep working this as a stripe, even though I think I had enough of the green now to do it with just the green. I really like the stripe look. It kind of reminds me of something you would wear at the beach. So that's it. Super easy. It's single crochet. You start off with a chain of, for my size, I had to start with a chain of 103. If you're smaller than me, you would decrease it. For an extra small, you start with a chain of 79. For a small, you start with a chain of 85. For a medium, a chain of 94, and then the large 103. And then it's nothing but for 60 rows, just single crochet back and forth, back and forth. And so because I'm doing this color work as well, the stripe, I know that every time I get to blue, I've done 4 rows. So there's 1, 2, 3 times 4. I've got 12 rows done so far. And I'm going to do the next 4 and then stop for today. And I'm just going to do that each morning. That'll be like the first thing I do when Scott leaves for work, is I'll do my 8 rows of this pattern. And once you get to 60, you have to do the arm shaping and the neck shaping. And then you have to do the whole back of it. Well, actually, I am on the back. The front, I'm working the back right now. The front is here. So basically, you make the same as the back to the shaping of the armholes, but then the shaping of the armholes is different from the front to the back. And that goes for anything that's made. The shape at the front of the arm is different from the back, even when you're sewing. That's why they've got, the back is usually marked with a wide little notcher, and the front has just the triangle. Yeah, it's like my warm-up exercise for the day. And I finished the postcards, and I put a sentiment on them. So these are going out. I'm not going to show the backs because I've already wrote a note and addressed them. So this is what I did, inspired by Anne yesterday. And so they're ready to go. And Scott was impressed. He really liked them. And the flowers that we did, I'm just going to cut these out. And these could be like random journal entries, paste them down. That was the last one I did. I like the multicolored ones better, but here's the red ones. And they're just circle flowers, which you could add to just about anything. Random circle flowers. So you can make your own embellishments really easy. All right, so I was going to talk about strictly crochet, and I went all sideways. I have this. I'm using the yarn I just brought in from the thrift store, so I feel good about it. I like the weight of this. And the good thing about it being cotton, I could wear this over a bathing suit to go in somewhere, throw a skirt on with this, and I'd be covered up if we ever go anywhere that I wear a bathing suit again. So that is that. All right. So I will let you guys go. This was just going to be a short and sweet this morning. I know there's other people come on early on Thursday. I will open the room at 10 a.m. For anybody that wants to come and join us. You just have to send me a message on Facebook and I can add you. And I'll see Ann later. Don't know how many rounds of cards you're playing today, but we usually see you about noon. And anybody else, I'll see you about 10 that's our regulars. All right, bye.